Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here with teachers from the DeKalb County School. And with me, I have Miss Bryan, Mr. McEwan, Dr. Brady, and Mrs. Skeet. Thank you for taking the time to participate in today's professional learning session. During our previous professional learning community meeting, we carefully analyzed our 9th grade literacy assessment data. While our students demonstrated growth across every literacy standard, one area remained consistently below the others: academic vocabulary. Today's session is designed to provide practical research-based instructional strategies you can implement immediately in your classrooms to strengthen vocabulary development and improve overall reading comprehension. Before we explore instructional strategies, let's remind ourselves why we are here. Okay, so the objectives of this meeting: by the end of today's session, teachers will be able to explain why academic vocabulary instruction is essential for comprehension, implement 3 evidence-based vocabulary strategies, participate in a model vocabulary lesson, use quizzes as a formative assessment tool, and develop classroom implementation plan.
Okay, just a quick question. You said we're going to be using quizzes?
Yes.
So then would you want us to download that on our phones?
Perfect.
If we
Yes.
don't have I have my computer.
You have your computer.
So maybe
the others could go ahead.
no, you
and
could put it on
download.
now, we can put it on our phones.
Okay.
Yes, so we
go
can
ahead
look
and
for the
download.
app.
Okay, team members, so since we're going to use quizzes, you can go ahead and download quizzes on your phone or on your computers. Okay, we'll take a brief.
If you're looking for it, it may say Wayground.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you.
Yeah, Wayground. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's all with education.
of us are there for quizzes. You want to continue?
We're going to revisit our needs assessment, and I do think you have it there in the handout. Please go to your handouts for your needs assessment.
Okay, so Miss Bryan and I were the ones at the last meeting. So let me just sensitize my colleagues that based on this pretest that you distributed, if you all can see, reading comprehension, the pretest was 68% and the post-test was 81%. For academic vocabulary, it is the lowest of all, 49, and then 64 with, it says a plus 15 growth, but even with that, it's still pretty low. Literary analysis was 65 at the pre-test, post-test 79. Theme and author's purpose 63%, and then 78 at the post-test. With textual evidence, 61 pre and 76 at the post-test. And we had a very good dialogue back then, and of course we didn't all agree at the same time. Miss Bryant had some issues as to why we should focus on vocabulary, but then after looking at everything, we came to the realization that yes, we needed to focus on vocabulary. So based on what you can see on the handouts, the students are struggling with vocabulary. Okay, so you can go ahead.
Okay, So thank you for that overview of our previous meeting, Dr. Brady. So we go ahead now. We will be looking at 3 research-based vocabulary strategies
Okay.
today. So by the end of today's session, you will have experienced planned instruction using 3 evidence-based strategies. Strategy 1, explicit context clue instruction. And in this strategy, students learn how to determine the meaning of unfamiliar words using textual clues.
We have the English major right here. Let me ask him to, well, both of them are English majors. Why is it, why is it that contextual clue is so important?
It is important because oftentimes students will encounter words with which they are not familiar. And a good way to help to determine the meaning of the word is to use words close to in the sentence, words that come before, words that come after, or perhaps even a sentence that comes after that will clarify or elucidate and make the meaning of the word more apparent. So they may not get the exact thing, but they will have an idea as to what the word is. So context is very important in that respect.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mack, for explaining the importance of context clue. Okay, so here we have strategy 2, Freire model for tier 2 academic vocabulary. And in this strategy, students develop a deeper understanding of academic vocabulary through definitions, characteristics, examples, and non-examples.
And I don't want to jump the gun, but I noticed that you have a chart over here that you prepare. And I was looking at it, and it made me realize that you're never too old to learn, because especially I could understand like the definition part, the characteristics and example, but then the non-example was what got to me, so I know we'll get into it later on.
Yes, we'll get into the non-example.
I like this chart.
Yes. And interesting that you said that, because when I was looking at it initially, I'm pretty familiar with the 3 quadrants here, but then non-examples, I didn't quite figure that would be an important part of making certain that the strategy is something that one should learn.
Yeah.
So I think that's one point that we need to explore later on.
Okay.
Discussion. And strategy 3, quizzes for retrieval practice and formative assessment. And in this one, students strengthen vocabulary through repeated retrieval and immediate feedback. Let's take a look at context clues. Why context clues? Students frequently encounter unfamiliar words while reading complex text. Sorry about that. Explicit instruction teaches students to use context to infer meaning rather than immediately relying on a dictionary. Look at our research connection. Research suggests that students who receive explicit instruction in context clues demonstrate stronger vocabulary growth and improved reading comprehension because they learn to monitor their own understanding as they read, and that's taken from Bowman et al. 2003. Now, would we like to have a discussion on this?
For me, I left high school so very long ago, but this is bringing back some stuff. You know, when you're probably reading something and you don't have a clue as to what a word means, but then you go back and you read again, and you can pick up words alongside it or in another sentence, and so then you come back and say, oh, okay, then that means it must be this, you know.
Okay.
Yes, so for me, that's context clue.
And I encounter this often. There's I don't quite remember the name of the show on TV, but it's a situation where a group of people come together and all three of them say, let's say, I'm a teacher. And the audience is to determine which one of them is the real teacher. So then little things are said, little clues are given, and then they have to use those to determine which of the three people would be the real teacher.
Oh,
so
okay.
and I've actually used it. I find that really good in terms of helping or giving a real situation of context clues at work.
Okay, there's also a game that we do. We have two students and something is pasted on the back of one student, and the other will give the clues to the group. They're not going to say the name, but they will give the clues, and now the group will guess
What the correct thing is.
Yeah, so we'll now take a look at explicit instruction. Why explicit instruction? Research says vocabulary knowledge is one of the strongest predictions of reading comprehension. Students encounter unfamiliar words in every content area, as we were just speaking. Teaching vocabulary before, during, and after reading improves comprehension. Multiple exposures deepen understanding. Student discussion strengthens retention. Formative assessment helps teachers adjust. Okay, so as we look at the context of unfamiliar words, can we move to an activity? I need each person to give a sentence with unfamiliar word, and we will guess.
Okay, you want paper? So we're gonna have to write our own sentences.
Using the
Unfamiliar word.
So do we come up?
I think it's best if we come up with our own,
okay.
because then it makes it makes it more challenging.
Okay.
So we can let me see if I can find. Miss Brian, you need to write a sentence with context clue. think I'm ready.
You ready, Dr.
Yes,
Brady?
I have
I am too.
my sentence. Okay, so the principle. Oh, by the way. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna give the sentence and the word. I'm gonna give the word that we need to the target word. So the principal commended Jamal for his meticulous project, noting that every source was carefully documented and every detail checked multiple times. The word is meticulous. So we, based on that, on the clues, what is the meaning? What are we deriving? What do we have as a meaning for meticulous?
Meticulous, I am going to say it means someone who is very detailed in his or her approach to anything that they are doing. And I noted in your sentence, you spoke of the fact that after you had the word meticulous, you had something about noting that the student was very careful about whatever they were doing. So
Carefully, they documented everything,
right,
and paid attention to detail.
right.
Yes.
I use the word apprehensive.
Mm-hmm.
Michael became apprehensive as he saw the entrance to the cave as he cleared the trees.
Was he?
He was walking through a jungle.
Okay. So and he arrived at a cave. You said.
Yes.
So is it that is he fearful?
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm thinking that.
Going towards a cave.
Yeah, going towards a cave.
Coming out of the trees.
Yeah, and then
suddenly seeing a cave.
Yeah, and you're not sure what is in the
What
cave.
is in the cave?
Yeah, there could be a wild animal in there.
A bear.
Yes. I got that
It's
one.
natural for Michael to become
Yeah.
prince.
Apprehensive.
All right, so my sentence, the boy returned home late and was trying to get to his room unobtrusively, but his mom was waiting up and saw him when he returned.
I like that one. You wanna go? You wanna go?
Is unobtrusively.
Unobtrusive. Why did he think he can get past his security
Unnoticed.
guard?
So for this one then, based on what you said, I would immediately use that because his mother was waiting up. It's like let me see another word. He was trying to sneak in. He was. Yes, he was trying.
Busted.
Yeah, but he was busted. Yeah, I got that one. Okay. All right. So you
that was fun. You
yeah,
these
yeah.
words.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
context
fun.
clue, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to look at collaborative practice.
Okay.
So that was I do, and now
Okay. So for the collaborative practice,
you do the
let
worksheets.
me give a word. Let me give another sentence and let us see if we can find it out. All right. Despite the chaotic scene after the storm, Elena remained composed, calmly directing her classmates to safety while others panicked. And the word is composed. What are the context? The context clues are calmly directing others. So composed.
I think that means she was relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
Relaxed.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
relaxed.
she-
Yes.
She was not nervous.
Right,
She
right.
took charge.
Yes.
Confident.
Confidence.
Mhm.
Yes. And now as we are discussing that, it tells me that I wish that all of us had more time to teach English. Because we don't spend enough time on the topics, and I think that's one of the problems. Because if we can have activities like these where it's fun, you're having fun while
and
you're
it
learning.
would deepen understanding,
Right.
because you know have a full grasp of things. You're not just glossing over it. Then you are likely, when you come upon a word, for example, we all of us went beyond just the surface.
Mm-hmm.
So that is more than likely going to deepen and have the thing being retained,
Yes.
as opposed to you just glossing over it maybe because of time constraints or whatever.
Right,
So
right,
yeah, this is important.
Because this is a new way to understand context clues. You can't just look at the word you don't understand. You have to look around it, because something around it is gonna tell you.
They cannot read between the lines.
Yes.
That's how we use the word in back home and in the Caribbean. Read between the lines,
Yes.
and try to grasp what the passage is telling you.
And then too, it's telling me that we also need to use context clues in other subject areas,
Absolutely.
like
Across
science
the disciplines.
And one of the things I noticed while we were talking is that prior knowledge is like, you remember when you said sneaking, and she said busted.
Yeah.
So the student may not know the word, but they can use other things that may have happened in their experience to help to make it clearer as to what it is they are reading.
Very much so. And what I like about this, even us as adults, we're having fun.
Yes,
and
yes.
the students, this will allow them to develop a greater love for learning.
Yes.
So I
We
think
have gone through that already. We have gone through the guided practice. Yes, we're at the FRAIR model because we have done context clues. Yes. Okay.
Now we're going to look at the FRAIR model and see how the FRAIR model works.
We're going through the YouTube video.
So there's a preview. Yes.
Made. You can just go and look up whatever it is, and you are not any more wiser
That
because
cannot give you.
I totally
They're not
agree.
using the brain.
I totally agree.
And Google just
Yeah,
damaged
yeah.
it damaged the whole functionality of the brain.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is there to enhance, not to replace.
Please. They're not using it at all.
No.
Okay, so we'll just take a look at the FRAIR model and listen to this YouTube.
Well-known vocabulary tool used as a graphic organizer. I have it already printed out for you. You don't have to draw it on your own. You have 4 squares with a word inside. It's set up as 4 squares. You can place the vocabulary term or important concept in the center, and then they have 4 things that they have to do with that word. Typically, one of them is provide a definition that can be given by the teacher or sought out in a book. The other options are to use it in a sentence, so having to put it into their own words and use that vocabulary term in a sentence. Having a picture, so again, having the students draw their representation of that word. Providing examples of that word, also providing non-examples, or even having them describe characteristics of that vocabulary term. So these are the examples. They can either be, so when it's 2 letters, one is coming from the mother, one is coming from the father. I like the FRAIR model because it takes vocabulary one step farther. It's not just writing a definition or hearing it in one ear and out the other. It requires them to do something with the term or the concept and put it, do the work in their own way. The students like the FRAIR model as a vocabulary tool because it's a little bit more exciting than just copying down, what the teacher said or copying down notes. And it allows them to kind of express their creativity using it in a sentence and drawing their own representation.
I think it's done.
That was all about the FRAIR model. Did you learn anything new from that?
Yes. With the FRAIR model, we actually look at a word not only because of its meaning or definition, but like characteristics associated with it, examples of the word and non-examples.
Thank you, Dr. Brady. Anything else?
And of course, while you're doing this, it will take you into other aspects. So you look at similes, you look at antonyms, and so get a broader appreciation. You have you now learn another word, for example, and you learn a word opposite in meaning to the word. So you are now getting a broader appreciation for the word in question.
Okay.
Thank you. So can we take a look at the chart, the frame model chart over there? Okay, so what do we have? Model frame, apprehensive, the definition.
I like that. Can you remind me, because I'm seeing confident and relaxed, and those are opposites. The opposite is
Antonym.
Yes, you said it. Yes. So because I am already seeing that over there, antonym. So you're getting the opposite of the word, but so all those are opposites, where if you're not apprehensive, you're confident, you're relaxed, you're excited, you're fearless, and all of that. I like that.
Yes.
And of course the characteristics, so kind of broadening what I said earlier, you get the definition, that's well and good, but now you are learning the characteristics, the other details that are associated with the word. And so if and when you encounter this word again, you would know, well, this is a particular feature of somebody who is apprehensive. They are unsure, they are nervous, so on and so forth. And of course, like I said, you would have got the definition already, so you now have a good understanding of the word and the various things associated with the word.
And something just came to me. So then, if I get a rush of adrenaline, because then we have to take it beyond what like happened in our classroom when we're teaching. If say before a race, somebody gets like a rush of adrenaline, would that be apprehensive, meaning that they think that wonder if I can do well in the race or something like that? Would that fall into it?
Well, sort of.
Yes and no.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Well, you go.
Okay. Go it over again.
No, I was saying that what if like if somebody get like an adrenaline rush before a race, could that be part of apprehensive? Because
Yes.
I think so.
It can be two things. Overconfidence. I got this. I'm gonna win this race.
Right.
And also, what if I embarrass myself?
Right, that is a
I
part.
hype myself up to my friends, and now here I am. Can I pull this off? Or are they gonna laugh at me
Yes.
and mock me that I failed?
Yes.
So those are the two.
And yeah, I think you've nailed it.
And because why I said this, we're going to have some of our students, they're going to ask some questions that is gonna be beyond. And some people might look at it and say, you're being weird. But are they being weird? Because we have to facilitate their questions.
And you have to expect, especially in a classroom setting, I have learned to expect any and everything. You get, and that's a very valid question you just asked. And I could see a student asking that, and you're like, yes and no. So that's very valid. Just
Yeah.
now.
And
And as teachers, sometimes we do not always know the answer.
yeah.
So they will ask questions.
And there's gonna be that other person who might say, bro, how does this connect to the class? But
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so now that I think I understand the prayer, I want to do this one. I'm volunteering myself. Y'all have your prayer model.
Yes.
And the word that she has up here is personification. So we want to go through. Let's look at the definition. First of all, what's the definition for personification?
Giving life to lifeless things.
Oh, okay, good girl. Giving life to lifeless things. Okay, so that's the definition. Okay, what are the characteristics? What are the characteristics?
Characteristics, presentation.
Could we say inanimate? Would that be a characteristic? Because then, I'm just thinking. Non-human?
Non-human.
Okay, alright. Non-human? Any other?
And this is almost like the opposite of non-human because I'm saying humanizing. So you're making that thing that was not human,
So we could
Human.
say humanizing.
humanizing.
Ascribing
Life.
life. Okay, yeah, I can see life. Yes. All right. So I think that. What about examples now? We need some examples. Can I give mine from a book that I read in Jamaica? The hills were joyful together.
Okay.
Okay, can everybody give theirs now?
All right. The wind whistled through the trees.
Okay, the wind. Whistle through the trees. You ready with yours?
I said the thunder roars like a raging lion.
Yeah, the thunder roars, yes. What?
I went blank.
There was one at the tip of my tongue and I forgot.
Yes.
The sun was laughing on it as it rained down on the dreary day.
Trying to make one, but Lord of mercy.
Make one.
Time marched forward without mercy.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. I like that one.
Now give me the book.
If I can find another one. Um, um, I could see the smile of the moon on the starry night. I could see the smile of the moon on the starry night. What is your own, baby?
She's in the sphere.
We have one last part. So we have gone through so we said that
This
it is-
one, the delicious cake was calling my name.
Finally.
So we say that it's giving life to lifeless things, and the characteristics non-human, humanizing life, and those we got some very good examples. Now, non-examples. Human being. Yeah?
Yes, because
Yes.
they are rather they are human beings.
Yeah, so yeah. And life, yes. I guess those are two of the ones that we can say stand out.
Right.
Human beings or life.
Right.
Because we can't do those things because we are already
Already
human.
humans,
Yes,
already
yes.
give life.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I
I am enjoying this because you know what? When I go back to school, I'm going to take this to my classroom. It's to teach the prayer model. Because now, when I walk away from this with the word personification, these are already going to stay with me.
And for me, my takeaway is the non-examples.
Yes.
Like I say, I'm familiar with the other three quadrants, but the non-examples, I never did think about that. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it is important.
It
So,
is, because it seals the deal.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes, I like that. Okay, thank you for allowing me to do that part
You're
of it.
very welcome, and I appreciate that, Dr. Brady. Okay, so we move along to
This is
strategy.
no pork in my
3.
brains.
And strategy 3 is retrieval practice with quizzes. So we go to our devices and we're going to look. And it says
Okay, so I guess
learning.
in this section, after we have learned everything, then we're going to practice what we have learned.
On quizzes.
Okay.
And it says learning happens when students repeatedly retrieve information from memory, not simple reread notes. Quizzes provide immediate feedback, student engagement, formative assessment, progress monitoring, opportunities for repeated vocabulary practice. So we're going to go to quizzes and practice.
Okay. Go to quizzes.com here,
on your device.
here and enter the code.
Where is it? Where got a code?
Yeah, the code is right there.
Oh, okay. Join game. Enter code. 26.
I'm all done.
Started too late. Jeez.
You have time. What?
You dropped me.
All done.
Okay, team member, we're going to start the quizzes now. Okay, we're going to think about the literature unit you're currently teaching or will begin next. Which of today's strategy would you naturally fit into that unit? I'm going to allow you about 30 seconds to think. You can turn
Say
and
that again.
talk.
She's asking us this.
Think about the literature unit you're currently teaching or will begin next. What
And
will you begin
what we
next?
could use, whether the Freire model,
Or
quizzes, or context
yeah,
clues.
what would you use? You're going to think about it.
And we have to choose just one.
Yes.
Okay. 30 seconds.
Which of today's strategy would naturally fit into your unit?
Quizzes.
Okay, after you think about it, then you're going to turn and talk for at least 2 minutes with your partner. So you're going to get into a group and talk.
Okay, alright. I think
Which strategy
the Freire model.
will have the greatest impact on your students? So you're going to discuss with
Let us the context
Okay.
clues.
Steve and Miss
Context
Brian.
But yeah, I think context clues would be important because it not only gives the definition for a word, but it opens them up to other
Which one did you think?
things associated with the language.
Frame model, same thing.
Yes.
Because you
Such
understand, it
as,
gives a better understanding
um,
to me. It gives you the definition, gives you examples, take you even to thinking.
Forcing them to do critical
Forcing
thinking.
them.
And you know what I
To
like about
think.
the context, it is already on the
Yes,
paper.
I think it's
So you don't have to
opportunity
get
to
you don't have to prepare anything.
Mhm.
Because
brains
the
instead of
sentences
It's
are
right
right there.
there.
So you just need to
You look at what is
Yes,
before.
yes.
think
And you use a
outside the
highlighter
box.
to probably highlight
Your brain
this,
becomes
or
more
you know,
active.
it is already there already.
Because
You know,
what you
unlike
don't
with
use,
the
you
Freire
lose.
model, you're gonna have to flesh it out.
Flesh it out because you have four things.
Yes.
You look at the definition, then the examples
Yeah.
and things.
And I think that if students are good readers, I think the context clue would be more for them because you can already read, right?
And in addition to that, it's going to strengthen vocabulary and vocabulary retention.
Yes.
Because you are now trying
Every
to
time I go,
figure out stuff. And when you figure out stuff, it is more than likely going to deepen and have your memory.
And I am seeing where with the use of the with the use of the context clue, you can actually use antonyms or synonyms or homonyms.
That's what I'm saying. It not only deals with the actual word that you're doing,
Yes.
it look at other aspects of the word.
And it's in real time. It is in real time. I like that it is in real time.
So I definitely would support using context clues.
Okay, so your group decided on context clues.
We decide on the frame model. Yeah. Because you can work with all level of children. Yeah. Using this. Yeah. The advanced, average, slow learners.
We decided that the context clue is the one that we would use because you know what? It is in real time. It's right there on the paper. You don't need to prepare anything. All you need to do is to ask the students to underline the words or anything that they already know and try to use what is surrounding the thing to try
To figure out what
to
the
figure
word
out
is.
what it is saying. So you don't need any special preparation.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think that aids so much in cognitive development.
Yes,
You have
yes.
to think outside of the box.
Yes.
And for you, the other group decided on the frame. Alright. Okay. At this time, I think I'm going to ask you to do the survey. You have your papers there.
All done.
You're done?
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone all done?
Mm-hmm. Please indicate when you're finished.
I'm done. All done.
Thank you, Dr. Brady.
Yeah. And while I'm waiting on the others, I'm glad that I attended this little workshop today, because in the past I would like I have a word wall section in my classroom where I put up the vocabulary, but now I'm beginning to understand that I need to do more. Explicit instruction. Explicit instruction. You actually said that at the beginning.
Yes.
So I need to use activities where they do context clues, where they're using the Freire model, and of course using quizzes or any other performative assessment to see how well they're doing. So yeah.
All three things are strategies. I definitely use the Freire model, context clues, and of course quizzes. I know students are very linked to their devices, and using that is something that they will appreciate, as opposed to writing and that kind of thing. So yeah.
Exactly, I agree with that. So these are very, very great strategies that we all can implement within our classroom. Just going to wrap it up. I just want to say thank you to all team members. I really appreciate you taking time out to be in this workshop, and I'm sure that you have learned a lot, just like myself. I've learned a lot. Remember, vocabulary instruction is not about teaching more words. It's about giving students the tools to understand increasingly complex texts. So as we leave, we take this along with us. And we take
Is it possible that we can get the recording from today so we can share it?
Very sure, yes,
Okay.
it is possible.
Okay.
Thank you
All right.
again,
Thank
team
you.
members.
Thank you.